News. I'm Chris Foster. Hurricane Idalia is close to making landfall along the Big Bend of Florida. It's a Category 4 storm, maximum sustained winds of 130 miles an hour. National Hurricane Center specialist Eric Blake says it's not just the wind that's life-threatening.
We really want to emphasize the potentially catastrophic storm surge of 12 to 16 feet in that region.
Evacuations are ordered in 30 Florida counties. No word yet on a motive for the murder of a University of North Carolina professor Monday.
Today, he will be remembered at Chapel Hill in a customary way.
In honor of Dr. Yen's memory, we will ring the bell tower here on campus.
A moment of silence will follow. Yan's accused killer, Tylee Chi, was in court Tuesday to be charged with murder and gun possession.
Fox's Gernal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WS.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And a good hump day to you guys. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And welcome to the Hurricane Watch Party.
Calm before the storm.
Yeah, and it is a calm before the storm because it's going to be kind of a bit sloppy around here. We still are not expecting what Florida is going to get here very shortly, what they've already started getting. But landfall is imminent, coming right there in the Panhandle area, northwestern Florida. They've got storm surges from anywhere between 12 and 16 feet.
Yes.
It's bad.
12 to 16 feet above ground level.
Mm-hmm.
Destructive waves are expected somewhere in the central part of the northwestern part of Florida. Life-threatening storm surge, likely elsewhere along portions of the Florida Gulf Coast where a storm surge warning is in effect. Residents in these areas should follow any advice given by local officials, and hopefully most of them are gone or are in the process of getting out of there. Evacuations in 30 of Florida's counties has been ordered. What that means for us is this storm still packing a lot more wind than we thought it would when it made landfall. It was supposed to be about 100 miles per hour. It's 130 mile per hour winds right now. That's kicking up there. It's a Category 4 hurricane. Don't even know what to say. Hopefully everybody's out, but we all know that there will be people who will hang around in spite of whatever warnings there are. And then tomorrow we'll talk about the death toll.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of doubt about it.
Well, as Kelly and I were talking this morning, we were both glued last night to Weather Channel, and she saw a person out. I saw a person out right in the midst of it.
Well, this
it was
morning,
crazy.
like,
Well, how did you see a person out there?
Okay, I will tell you what happened.
How did you see a person out there?
If they had a camera on a building.
They were on the deck.
There was a camera.
Mm-hmm.
No, a person.
A person out there with a camera.
Yes.
No. Well, no, there was.
Who are you talking? I'm talking about the guy in the red jacket.
I'm talking about the other incident. There was where the water was coming up and hitting.
Was
the
there
walkway.
A reporter out there?
They were reporting what was going on, but they were via camera inside of a building.
So it's a remote control camera.
Mine was a human.
Yes.
Jim Cantori was out on the 4th floor of a building. And down behind, this was at 5 this morning. Down behind him was some dude in a red jacket walking under houses. I thought Lee claims she thinks he was like a
he pulled up
I didn't see the pull up
on a big vehicle with a light bar in it.
When I saw him,
there trying to evacuate people.
He was walking. When I saw him, I thought it was, oh my God, this guy's going here encasing these houses. But all you saw was him walking around in flooded water. Now it's flooded, like 4 feet of water. They said he's just wandering around under houses.
In the first floor of the building.
They showed that one house. Yes. It was already going through there. It's very sad.
Yeah, and there will be a lot of damage and a lot of emergency money funded to them. FEMA will show up in about 6 months and say, here are some trailers for you. It's the way it generally works, right? Our tax dollars at work. Yeah. Anyway, what it means for us is in the next day or so, we will start feeling the effects of this mess today, obviously. This mess plus the combined with Franklin's big seas that is generated offshore, way offshore. But they're coming in already, beginning to come in, and they will be here, and then it's going to get mixed up with all this wind and other stuff. The sort of kind of good news is that the storm will be just a tropical storm. That doesn't mean that it's not going to be powerful. You can have tropical storm with 70-mile-per-hour winds. Okay.
Yeah.
Hurricane force winds don't begin until you get 74 miles per hour.
Correct.
So 74 or 70, you take your choice. Don't know how bad it's going to be here, but you can rest assured we're going to get a lot of flooding. Those areas that flood when we have a thunderstorm, guarantee they're going to be underwater again. It's going to be water. The good news is if there's fast, once it hits land, it will zip right on. 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, it'll be around Charleston area, right on the coast. The storm will start to go over. It's turning now, but it will start to go over the ocean, probably hugging our coast. If you guys will take a look at a map or chart or whatever you've got, going northeasterly doesn't mean it's going out to sea right away. That northeasterly is the direction of our coastline from southern Georgia all the way up to Cape Hatteras. That's the direction. So if it goes northeasterly the entire time, that ain't good enough. It's going to have to turn towards the east, which it's going to do probably tomorrow afternoon. It'll be easterly, off somewhere around Cape Lookout, but moving out to sea. What happens after that, we don't know. But we were talking about a loop-de-loop out there.
Yes.
But as of the 5 o'clock advisory, it's going to do the loop, but it's going to go southeast, and then south for a little bit, and then it's going to turn back towards the east and continue out to sea. Conditions are not conducive out there right now for a hurricane to reform or to even form up offshore. That's great news. So we should not have to worry about this one coming back. Florida doesn't have to worry about it either, because that's who would probably get it first.
Yeah, they're getting hammered this morning.
Now, tomorrow, we're going to have storm stuff. We're going to have rain, probably developing later today. We'll hear about that from you in just a few minutes.
Yep.
But we're going to have some stormy conditions tomorrow morning, late tonight, tomorrow morning. Possibility of power lines down, always there. It just takes one tree limb falling.
That's right.
Or somebody out there being a fool and hits a telephone pole, utility pole.
That's true.
Knocking a transformer out. Whatever. Those things can happen. They do happen. They probably will happen somewhere in the county, in our region. So be prepared for that. I understand some of the grocery store shelves are, they've even pulled out some of the old stale bread. No, I'm just kidding. You do need to be prepared for a day or so without power, perhaps in some of the areas, and especially if you're the only person on that transformer that's feeding your house and a limb goes across the line feeding your house, they ain't going to rush out there to fix yours if there's 12,000 people out in Bryn Mawr. That's just the way it is.
It's true. You may be first, you may be last.
Yep. Just do not get out there and start driving around. And they're probably not going to have an eye over Onslow County. So that's kind of a good news. Not that it's bad, but people get out during the eye thinking it's gone, and it ain't. Keep your computers charged if you want to, so you can listen to radio, so you can watch what's going on. And when the power goes out, only turn stuff on that you need to have, that you can should be able to do without for a while.
But I have all my stuff out, batteries checked, all ready to go.
We're not. The good thing is this one's not going to come around us or in the middle of the night. Doesn't mean that you won't still be without power in the middle of tomorrow night.
Yeah,
that can happen. If the power goes out, you're just going to have to suffer.
Yeah.
By 2 o'clock tomorrow, it should be one and done for us. It should be off the coast slightly. We're still going to be getting rain. Don't think it's going to be clear, but we'll get rain, some storm mess, and the ocean is going to be churned up mess. It's going to look like a washing machine. And there are going to be some big waves. Like I say, storm surge can be pretty heavy. Not for us so much. We'll get mostly just garbage waves.
Yeah.
And they'll be mixed in with the stuff coming from Hurricane Franklin. So that's it. If they tell you today, it would be smart to get off the beach. You need to probably take their advice and get off the beach. Hopefully, you can just drive inland a few miles and find a hotel somewhere and stay there for a day or two.
Yeah.
And just consider it your vacation away from your job. We haven't heard from the school system yet. Probably before the end of the show, we won't know anything about tomorrow. So, you have to stay tuned. Check your kids' school's website. You'll find out sometime today if anything's going to happen for tomorrow. I'm sure they won't wait until tomorrow because it will be upon us by that time. If there's anything going to happen. So just pay attention to that. Pay attention to the emergency warnings from the county, from whatever locale that you're in. You can pay attention to it and everything will be just fine as long as you heed the warnings. Surfers, stay home.
Just everybody stay home.
And for those of you going to the beaches are already treacherous.
Yes, they are.
Agreed.
Let's talk about one.
Yep.
You've got the details on a tragic situation yesterday.
Yes.
Another gentleman from inland came to the beach and went swimming.
Surf City, 59-year-old man from Lexington drowned on Tuesday. Yesterday. Yep.
Any idea what occurred?
No, they just said he drowned.
Yeah.
Well, I do know they had red flags out yesterday.
Yes, the red
And
flags
they've
are
been
out. That means stay out of
telling
the
you
water.
that the rip currents are bad, and that's from Franklin.
Yes. Yep. They got some waves that are moving in, and you might not think that they look that treacherous, but you just pay attention to the flags that are out there because the people who observe it and make the decisions to put up red flags, they know how dangerous it is. They don't just do this willy-nilly, okay? This is no time to be brave and stupid. Because brave and stupid is nothing but BS. Okay, you guys want to chat this morning? We're wide open. There's a lot going on, but where all eyes are right now on Idalia and the effect of Hurricane Franklin. That's what's impacting us, and that's what's making news along our area, our region. And we'll try to keep you up to speed. Hopefully, I'm counting on things going very smoothly if you listen, pay attention, and don't get dumb. Do not drive through high water. Don't get out of your car and move a barricade that the county or a state or a city has put up over an area because the water doesn't look that bad to you. But you know what? Where that road was yesterday may have been washed away. Your car does not work underwater. When the water,
I agree.
And if you've got an electric vehicle, put it in your garage.
Put it up, put your car up and walk.
Yeah. Put it in your garage and do not take it out there in any of this high water.
Because understand, places that flood on a good day, like Huff Drive, Bryn Mawr Road,
yes, Doctor's
yeah,
Circle, is it? Whatever it's called.
just on a regular
Doctor's
rainstormy day,
Yeah.
flood.
Gum
Don't
Branch.
drive your car through that Gum Branch. So
There's
there's
some
going to
bad
be
areas that
flooding.
flood.
There will be
There's
flooding. Piney Green Road right down here.
Right there by
Halltown.
the little bridge or whatever. I don't know.
It will flood.
It's going to flood. Don't try to drive
Henderson
through
Drive floods.
Yes.
There's roads everywhere.
And
Yeah.
for you dummies, like I saw again
Northwest
yesterday,
Drive
who
is
are,
flooded.
who are flying,
Mm-hmm.
even when we have a little downpour, and you suddenly hit a puddle.
Mm-hmm.
It's called hydroplaning.
Yep.
It will spin you to 180 degrees in a heartbeat.
That's why I don't like driving in rain.
Yeah.
It's a big fear I have is hydroplaning.
Well, and
I've
slow
only
down.
done it once, and I was a passenger, and that scared the fire out of me. And I was a kid. I
it's
vividly
not
remember that.
pretty.
Yeah.
People get killed in it on a regular basis. During one of the storms, we had the guy on the bypass bridge in a Jeep went over
Phew, I remember that.
and he died.
I remember
Marine.
that. Yes.
It went airborne.
Mhm.
So, stop it. Stay home. There
Stay
ain't nothing
home
out there
and
worthwhile.
Enjoy your time at home. Kick
Yes.
back, relax.
And besides, you may need to run out there and put a blue tarp over some part of your roof or
Yes.
something.
Watch the Weather Channel. That's enough to stress you out.
Yeah. Pay attention to what's going on. And hopefully you have a weather radio. That will they put out these emergency warnings, and they put it out before the county, the city, and the state put out theirs. National Weather Service will put out emergency warnings in advance. 3 minutes after a tornado is on the ground, it may be too late, but National Weather Service has it immediately. Then everybody else picks it up and they start dialing your telephones.
I think it was about 5:30 this morning. Everything in my house started sounding
Mhm.
off
Yeah.
I
because
got
they
it.
went
A
to a
little over,
warning.
yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it went to the level of a
Phone,
warning.
TV,
My little
Alexa.
Jack doesn't like that sound. He was irritated. It woke him up
well,
out of his
well,
My
sleep.
Jack will start howling.
Yeah,
I'm
Jack.
like,
My radio went off immediately,
Yeah.
and I guarantee you about 5 minutes later, your telephones went off.
Yes.
Mine didn't. So I
Mine
don't know.
did. Mine went off all at the same
My
time.
phone didn't
You've
go
got a
off
weather
this
radio?
time. Yes. Well,
I have a weather radio,
Okay, good.
and I also have the weather.
Alerts on your
Yes,
emergency
from
stuff.
the Weather Channel.
Oh,
So
okay.
they'll get to me faster than local ones.
Yes, well, take their messages from
Right.
the National Weather
But
Service.
I do have the code red for Onslow County, which is a great service.
Mhm.
Everybody should sign up for it.
I
Anyway,
do have that. Yeah.
but yours didn't go off, or you didn't wake up, one or the other.
No, the code red did not go off this morning.
Okay.
No, nothing from that yet. No, but that brings to mind these county messages that the texts that they'll send out about different events coming
Yes,
up or
uh-huh.
whatever. Why is it that I'm getting them at a minute after midnight when they send them out?
Because it's going to happen that day,
But the thing about it
and
is,
they don't care.
I mean, a minute after midnight, you either asleep and you hear it and it wakes you up and you're scared. What has happened? Who's texting me? And it's a daggone, on September 29th, we're having this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why? Who's timing this?
They, when they put it on for a certain day
Right.
to put that information out, as soon as that day or that date comes up, which is midnight, then it goes out.
Maybe they should do it for the day before. Well, so I don't know, but
If they do it
I
for the
had
day
one the other
before, it will come
night.
out at midnight the day before.
again, first thing I thought was something's happened to somebody.
Yeah. Oh,
a
yeah.
text after midnight.
I don't subscribe to that crap.
I do.
This is a telephone. Call
Right.
me. And I'll pay attention to the weather radio.
Mhm.
That's the only thing I need to know about if it's an emergency.
Well, I have my weather radio. I put new batteries in it last night.
Mhm.
So I checked it, the frequency to make sure it was right, and
Well, anyway.
did all that.
Okay, y'all want to chat this morning? What are you doing? Are you doing anything special today? I hope you're taking care of your yard. We'll talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean go out and mow it. That means, remove the lawn furniture, secure it, tie it down, tie me kangaroo down along with it, whatever. You remember this song, right?
No.
Tie me kangaroo down, sport, tie me. No, my God. I need to get some old people to work with.
Okay.
I'm sure Tibby
Sorry.
remembers it. And I don't know whether Theo remembers it or not. He wouldn't admit it if he did. All right, we want to hear from y'all this morning. What are you doing? What are your concerns? For those of you who are new to the area, if you have questions, find somebody who's been through it. Pay attention to your computers while you still have them, or weather radio while you still have it. Listen to radio, listen to TV throughout the day and tonight and tomorrow, okay? We just don't know exactly what time this mess is going to be here. Sometime around dawn, likely. It's going to be around Charleston around 2 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning. And we'll get some idea of what's going to happen at that time. That's when we will know whether the turn that they are predicting is actually happening the way they said. So it'll be a long night tonight. Just put it that way.
I'm gonna sleep through it.
I doubt that. You don't sleep through press conferences that are boring. You're live to local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. We'll be right back.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Each machine features a strong deck with a variety of sizes available, designed to deliver a premium cut. An assortment of attachments and accessories, sold separately, allow you to use your mower for more than just cutting grass. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Endurance Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more from your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly stores, where good things cost less. The Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. How about a family pack T-bone steak package? Just $9.99 a pound. Whole bottom round is only $2.99 a pound. Whole boneless pork loin, $1.99 a pound. Bone-in sirloin chops, just $1.49 a pound. Boneless fried breast is $1.59 a pound, and split fried breast just $2.29 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, juicy yellow peaches, just $1.99 a pound. Plums or nectarines are just $1.99 a pound. Red or white seedless grapes are just $1.99 a pound. Jumbo green bell peppers, 99 cents a pound. Ruby grape tomatoes are $1.99 a pound. Crisp green cabbage is only 50 cents a pound. And North Carolina grown yellow or zucchini squash, just $1.99 a pound. Seems like everything's $1.99 a pound at your Piggly Wiggly store, which means they save you money. And you get 2 8-packs of Coke or Sprite for just $9. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, down the street, where good things cost less on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the P.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
And we're back. Tideline Marine going to be open for business today. Yesterday, they were pulling boats out of the water that were in the slips there, including mine. It's up on high ground right now. So it's time to do a little bit of maintenance on it anyway. It needs it. So we're going to be working on that down at Tideline. And if you, that's pretty much going to be the story there today. Need something? Come on down. Tideline will be open. They're open for business today. Not sure about tomorrow, but you can rest assured we will have storm watchers on duty around the clock for the next couple of days, making sure things are safe and secure, that nothing needs to be done. Because down at Tideline, they treasure their customers and I think they got one more boat to pull out of the water this morning, bright and early, which will be very shortly. But anyway, stop on by if you need something last minute. Run on in. You can pick it up, and don't expect to bring your boat in today to get it serviced today. Okay.
Not a good day.
Yeah, it's not a good day, and the lot is full of boats. All those that are in the water slips, they've come out, or all one. That one's coming out today. So there's not a whole lot of room there for additional boats to be brought in. So don't even think about doing that today. But tomorrow, you may want to start thinking about cleaning up your boats after some of this mess that's going to be around. And they've got some supplies down there that will help you. When you got it up and high and dry, it's a good time to do some maintenance on it as well, because you ain't going to be using it Friday either. And possibly not Saturday. And let me give you guys a little bit of warning right up front. For Tideline wants to tell you very quickly, because several of us down there have been down the river after a storm. When the water gets high and all this rain drops, especially inland, all the creeks, the rivers, the streams, they fill up with water. That makes its way to the New River. The New River is going to be so full of debris, from logs to whatever is up there now high and dry. It won't be high and dry tomorrow at this time. It'll be making its way to the river. Don't get your boats out there and expect to run up and down New River at 60 miles an hour. If you do, you're probably going to do like some other folks have done in the past. You're going to sink. You're going to hit something that's mostly submerged, but just up high enough to do damage to your boat. Just stay out of the water for a few days. Let the folks who do that map where all the bad stuff is, maybe hopefully get it out of the way. But that's what Tideline wants to warn you about that. Tideline Marine, your one-stop shop for all your fishing and boating needs, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. A tropical storm warning is in effect now for this area. Westerly winds today, 5 to 10 knots, becoming southwesterly 10 to 15 this afternoon. Seas 4 to 6 feet, dominant period 11 seconds. Sounds and rivers only a light shock today. The calm before the storm. Tomorrow, tropical storm conditions will be here. Easterly winds 35 to 45 knots, becoming northerly in the afternoon. Gust of 55 knots. Seas 7 to 10 feet, building to 9 to 12 by tomorrow afternoon. Near shore seas 5 to 8 feet, building to 8 to 10 in the afternoon. Do not go to the beach and get in the water. Rogue waves will be there. They will knock your butt down, and then you're one and done. Tomorrow, 9 seconds. Sounds and rivers extremely rough. Friday, tropical storm conditions will likely still be in effect. Northerly winds 25 to 30 with gusts of 40 knots. That's 46, 47 mile per hour gusts tomorrow, on Friday. Okay. Seas 7 to 10 feet. Sounds and rivers will remain very rough. That's what you need to stay away from. Don't.
Correct.
Just stay away from the water.
All right. Today, mostly cloudy, high of 85 with the showers and to this after 2 p.m. Tonight, 100% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Some could produce incredibly heavy rainfall. Now, so I'm reading this. Low tonight of 73 and gusty. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms, some which could produce heavy rainfall. High of only 75 tomorrow. I love how it just says windy with gusts as high as 38. It's going to be.
That's not windy.
That's
blustery.
Yeah, I don't even know what words after blustery, because that's what it will be. Thursday night, low of 64 roughly, showers and thunderstorms. They write breezy again. It makes me laugh. Then Friday, sunny, high of 80, but gusty with 26 mile an hour wind, gusts on Friday.
Yeah.
And then the weekend looks great.
Yep. It's going to get better.
It will get better after today and tomorrow.
Yeah, and Friday. Friday's going to be messy.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Okay, how big was that big old alligator that they killed in Mill Creek? 12 feet, right?
Gosh, yes.
I know the one you're talking about. I saw the picture, and that thing is creepy.
800-pound, 14-foot alligator. They say caught. No, it was killed.
Yeah, they killed it
in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Breaks the harvest record. They've got a hunting season there. Look at that sucker.
Look at that. His mouth is creepy. Yes, I saw that the other day.
He looks like a monster.
He looks like a monster. Can you imagine encountering that thing? I would just freeze. It would just.
Oh, I'd just have to go back and get a bigger
I wouldn't
gun.
be. Okay, let me rephrase my statement. Not on purpose be anywhere near where that thing would be.
Well,
it would be accidental if I came upon it, for sure.
4 gator hunters down there in Mississippi have broken the state's hunting record with a reptile that weighs 800 pounds, over 800 pounds, 14 feet and change long.
Mm.
Wow. Wow. What
It's a big
mess.
old no.
That's a, nah.
It's a huge no for me.
All right. Dr. Rosemary Stein, how do you treat alligator bites?
Well, I'm sure that they could get infected, but it might be the size of the alligator bite more than the alligator bite itself.
Yeah, you weren't able to hear us, but we just did a little story about down in Mississippi. They killed some gator hunters, killed an alligator. I forgot what day it was, but anyway, the last couple of days, 14 feet long and 800 pounds.
That is huge.
Yes,
it's a big old no.
We had a big one here in Onslow County. And I mean, it was a huge gator here in Onslow County a few years back. He's 12 feet long.
Right.
But this sucker's over 14 feet long. And the pictures of it are just like, whoa. It's got a head bigger than the front end of a Volkswagen.
Mm-hmm. I think they kind of throw back the dinosaurs a little bit, don't they?
Pretty much. It looks like a dinosaur. It's the dinosaurs. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. That just reminded me. And on Bald Head Island, we have an alligator that's huge, and the natives have called it Fluffy.
Fluffy?
Fluffy.
Oh,
yes.
Really?
Yeah, because it's all big and fluffy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't feed that sucker, okay?
All right. Anyway, yeah, we're doing fine.
Good.
We're thinking our thoughts are with all those folks up in the Gulf of Florida, of course, as they get a Cat 4 storm.
Yeah, it's apparently on land or right at the edge of it. Anyway, the bad part is there. It's got a heck of a storm surge. I can tell you that, up to 16 feet in places. That's above water. That's above sea level. So 16 feet above sea level. Imagine a wall of water coming at you.
I know.
And people go down there and sit there and watch it and wait for it. Bless their heart.
Well, and it's going to come around and go through close to Myrtle Beach and up
the coast
along the Carolina coast. So,
yep.
In the next 24 hours, you know, all of you that live on the coast, be on your guard. Make sure that you take care of your home, as you know, but also, you know, as a pediatrician, my special attention is with the children. Make sure that they don't do dumb things like Mr. Rayford just said and want to sit there and watch it. Even though we're not going to get the hurricane force winds, we're still getting pretty strong storm winds.
Yeah.
So it's much better to be safe than sorry.
The difference between tropical storm winds and hurricane force winds is 1 mile per hour. 73 miles per hour winds, that's a tropical storm. 74, it's. Now, you go out there and tell me what the difference is.
Mm-hmm.
that's a great way to look at it. And when those gusts come in, even when they're 60 or 70, they can go up to 100 easily.
Yeah, they can.
Just make sure that you have your family well taken care of. Anything that's in your yard, especially for people who are closer to the water, make sure you tie it down so that you don't have any debris and objects that are going to hurt the house or a person.
Well, and I was talking about the alligator, the huge monster, because it's newsworthy down there in Mississippi, and they were hunting for gators, so they got a big one, they got a trophy. But during a storm, even with the rain that we're likely to get here, anticipated, a lot of the little creeks, the stuff that some people don't even know these creeks exist because the water is so shallow. They just think it's a drainage ditch, and pretty much that's what they are. But there are critters that live around there. They're called water moccasins and copperheads. They will come out to seek higher ground. I know water moccasins they love the water, but they will still come out. Copperheads especially. They are down in the swampy areas, but when the water comes up high, they seek higher ground, like the back of my yard, or your yard, or whoever's yard is out here. So don't let the pets get out there without some supervision during the next few days until the water recedes. That's a warning from me.
Thing is what you just said about the creeks, and they're coming up. You think that the creek is the same, and it's bulged up.
Nope.
And let's remind each other about the fact that sometimes roads can be unpassable, so that when take that kind of precaution and don't run out at the last moment thinking, oh, now I need to get to Nana's, because you don't know if that road is actually going to allow you to, and don't have your cars go through that kind of water.
Nope.
I remember I think it was a couple of years ago, might have been Florence or the one afterwards, and Mom went through that water with her car. She got out of the car but left the child in the back, and the child perished.
Yeah.
So we got to take all those kinds of precautions and think ahead, so that we're not the victim in that story.
If you're going to do your preps, do it today. You may want to go get yourself 10 or 15 gallons of milk and a few hundred cases of water. And don't forget the bread. What do people do with bread during a hurricane?
I guess they just eat it. I don't make some
sandwiches.
kind of a sandwich.
No, I cook soup. Mine will be right.
I cook very little. I just eat light.
But anyway, if you're going to go do it today. Don't wait till tomorrow and expect to be in line. And you may want to draw out a few dollars just in case the power goes out and the gas stations don't accept credit cards, or whoever can't accept credit cards after the storm. You may want to have a few dollars in cash on you.
Good point.
All good advice.
So,
just to plan ahead and teach your children to plan ahead as well.
Absolutely. And, take the opportunity. I don't know what schools are going to do tomorrow and Friday. I've got my guesses. Educate your kids while you're watching and freaking out over the Weather Channel and the radars and everything else that you're seeing. Teach your kids what this is all about. Go to the National Hurricane Center website. Pay attention to that and teach them. This is what's going on. They will tell you this is what we can expect, not to scare them, but just to educate them.
I agree completely, and teach them that these are expected storms that come through for this time of year, and talk a little bit about the science of it, so the kids understand when they're told things that are silly about, oh, this is only because of climate change, and then you look at the weather patterns every year and you say, wait a minute, it's been happening for years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
Even Columbus talked about the big storms and the cyclones. These are not new things, but if children understand them better, instead of fearing them, they can, in their little minds, understand and therefore not fear as much.
And they can understand it. Then you may even have a meteorologist in the future if you get somebody who's really interested in it and come up to speed. They say, well, this weather is kind of interesting. I might want to, talk about that. I might want to go to school for that. It's always a great thing. If I was a teacher today, I will be assigning everybody, just in case they're out of school tomorrow and or Friday, I would assign all of my students to write a paper on their experiences during this time.
Yes, or even pick a storm in the last 100 years of history that you can actually look at and study and say, okay, let's compare this storm and what you guys went through to the big hurricane of Key West in the early 1900s or some other storm. I just think that would be a great way. You're right, Mr. Rayford. That would be a great way for the kids to sort of make this experience their own.
And it could also keep their minds off of bad things, the fear of what's going on. How's that sound? I should be a psychologist, right? What do you think, Kelly?
Yeah, okay.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
I heard a hint of sarcasm.
It was that wasn't a hint. That was a direct blow.
Leave it to the expert.
Dr. Rose, thank you.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a great week. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, we will. We definitely will. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
Heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you cool.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Need service on your present cooling system? Just call Down East. Looking to replace your cooling system in your home or office? Down East and Bryan is ready to do whatever it takes to keep you cool on these hot summer days. Ask about 0% interest for 60 months. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Moran City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and an equal housing lender.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
If you love ocean pier fishing, the Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant located at mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach is the place for you. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood, straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south of Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime, 910-328-3172.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, you're supporting a local business too. CNS Paint Center, Olympic Stain and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. CNS Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morridge City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. CNS Paint. Phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, there's some other news out there other than storms.
Yeah.
But there was a storm in Chicago, apparently.
There's been 2 storms in Chicago.
One of them, I don't know about the other one. One of them is like, physically, how did this happen? Now, you go ahead and explain it to me, then I'm going to ask questions.
Okay.
Let me sit up straight first.
Friday night at a Chicago White Sox baseball game, so Major League Baseball game.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, to get into the game, as you do in most stadiums, because it happened when I was at the Atlanta Braves earlier this year, you have to go through a metal detector, which to keep people from bringing weapons into a game. Thousands of people there. I get it. For whatever reason, and the reason is not listed online, a woman who appears to be 42. How this happened, I don't know. They might want to reinvest in some better metal detectors. She hid a gun in the folds of her belly fat.
Ah, big woman.
Brought the gun into the White Sox game.
Was it a 44 Magnum by any chance?
It doesn't even say what kind it was. Shot. Well,
it went
I'm sorry.
off.
The 42-year-old got shot in the leg.
Yeah.
The 26-year-old, who we, based on mine and your theories, is who had it in her stomach. Had a graze wound to the abdomen, which is why I think she's the one that had the gun in her belly fat, and somehow shot the 42-year-old who, as you and I were pointing out during the break, my theory is they were sitting side by side.
So a gun does not just go off by its lonesome. You understand
I agree.
that? It has the trigger has to be pulled.
So my opinion is, and once again, this is a Kelly opinion, either she was moving it, she couldn't just bump it because you have to pull the trigger.
You got to pull the trigger.
So I don't know. Like there's a whole lot of questions, but my biggest question is, how did she keep the gun in the belly fat without falling out when she walked?
Velcro.
That's my first. Okay, well, it doesn't say, but I hear you. B.
That's a lot of belly fat.
I agree. B. What was so disturbing that she felt like at a White Sox game against the Oakland A's that she needed a gun at? Okay, I mean, I'm still trying to. I want to know how she got this thing hidden in her fat. I have to know, Rayford. I will research this until I find the answer. It's wild. It's a wild story.
I don't think I really want to know.
But I do want to know and see what kind of cheap metal detectors do they have that would not set that even if it's in her belly fat, it's not going to set it off.
I'm going to tell you, my knee sets off from a distance the metal detectors.
My daughter's, where she had her open heart surgery, inside of her thing is wired.
Yeah.
She sets off every metal detector everywhere we go.
Sister-in-law has the defibrillator. She can't go through them.
Or you can go through them, but they're going to set,
it'll set
they're
it
going to
off.
have to get wanded.
Right.
Yeah. But so how did this gun, I mean, how much belly fat does this woman have that's going to cushion?
Well,
I think it's a cheap metal detector, Rayford.
I'm not sure
Maybe it was
because
a
I saw
ghost gun.
one yesterday or day before yesterday.
Yes.
We were driving and looking. When we got today's Monday. I saw one woman, a whole lot of woman. I'm like, holy mackerel!
Mm-hmm.
How does she even get in a car?
So maybe it just hit it. Like I just like
I know
once
what
again.
it is. I know what it is. It was a ghost gun.
Oh, it was hiding.
Yeah, it was a ghost gun.
Couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, we got such a bad joke.
See, I'm not the only one.
I know you're not. It's bad. It's rubbing off.
Mm.
So we do have questions, and I want to know. I just straight out want to know.
Yeah.
And what is even
'Cause you're
weirder?
nosy.
I am because this is so bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
And then the woman the 42-year-old that got shot, she's in fair condition. She ain't even in great condition, like Fair is fair.
Well, what in the leg? That could be a dangerous place.
It's a that was my first thought. Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know why she thought she needed a gun, but more importantly, I want to
She
know.
didn't need one. She wanted one.
Well, yeah.
Or
How?
maybe she's afraid that one of those baseballs will come up and hit her in the head.
Well, what are you going to shoot it out of the sky like a
Yeah, you
skeet
never can
shooter?
tell.
And then how she managed, like you said, you got to pull the trigger. Was she grabbing it? Was it falling? Is she like? There's a bunch of questions. Now, here's a story I thought about you as soon as I read it.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
Once again in Chicago, happened over the weekend.
I don't like Chicago.
I love this story. A Chicago TV news crew was robbed at gunpoint while filming a story on robbery. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up.
They called me
Yeah.
when I was in the business. They called me and said, "Hey, we just got robbed while we were doing the story. Did you get it on tape?" That will be my first
It
question.
gets better. Well, they did, however.
Did they?
It happened. I'm sorry, it happened Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
For the Spanish language TV station Univision, they were doing a story at 5 a.m. 3 men wearing ski masks
Did they
and
take the
with
camera?
guns. Yes.
They took the camera?
They took the camera, took their personal items,
Oh my God.
all of it. They drove up in a gray sedan and a black SUV. They fled in their vehicles. The problem is the whole thing was caught on video, but they took the news camera with the identifying the whole thing.
The hurricane just made landfall.
Yep.
Nice. So, I mean,
Hurricane.
and this is the second time a Chicago news crew has been robbed this month. I mean, come on now.
I will tell you that during
I wouldn't. Yes.
in the aftermath of Katrina,
Mhm.
I was still in the business at the time, in news business, and people were sending news crews to that area from
Yeah.
all over the country, all over the world.
Yeah.
And they hired special forces people, not military, but
Right.
some people like the
contractors and stuff.
the contractors.
Yeah.
They hired them to provide security.
Yeah. Well, apparently
I
they
volunteered
need to
to
go
do
work
it
in
myself.
Chicago
Yeah, well,
because I mean this is apparently a problem, and the National Association of Broadcast Employees,
yeah,
and they represent Team
pretty
Union
much
41.
everybody. Yep.
They represent Chicago. They're saying, look, apparently covering news stories is about to be a problem. Because at the beginning of the month, in the afternoon, a photographer for WLS TV was assaulted and robbed. I mean,
I had a good old boy
This is
photographer from Georgia
mhm.
working for me in Wilmington, and he was covering some event, a shooting or whatever, and the police were inside, and the gang, as they typically do, right?
Yeah.
And they were giving him a bunch of lip. He put the camera down on the ground, left it running,
Mhm.
and when he put it down on the ground and the camera's running, and then you hear him, he's standing over the camera, you see the other guys, they start ripping their shirts off. I don't understand why people do that when they want to fight, but they do it.
I know.
And they start ripping their shirts off. He puts his camera down and he said, "Okay," you can hear him, "Bring it on, bring it on." He backed them down.
Mm-hmm.
Good old boy from Georgia.
I like it.
I do too.
I
You're live
like
at Local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. We'll be right back.
Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by NCDHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. Because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience. And that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
It's summertime. No schedules, no stress, and no cooking. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen has got you covered. Order a Carolina-style seafood boil to go. Sausage, potatoes, corn, with your choice of shrimp, crawfish, lobster, clams, mussels, crab legs, or a mixture. Seafood boils also make great party pleasers. Grab a quick lunch of Philly cheesesteaks, Italian sausage, fish tacos, and more. Dine in or take out. Curbside or dockside pickup. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen. Corner of Front and Moore Streets in downtown Swansboro. BurrowLowCountryKitchen.com.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back live and local real talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. Our guest in the studio today, interesting gentleman. I have not met him before. He's been on the show here, but I wasn't here because the girls kicked me out of town.
Yeah, we did.
They forced me to leave.
Yeah.
With red lights and all that sort of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then they flew me.
That's right.
By helicopter, too.
Did you see the video of that helicopter? I forgot where it was. A fire rescue helicopter.
Florida.
Was it Florida?
Florida.
Yeah, up Pompano Beach, I think,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
It was spiraling coming down.
Crashed on top of a...
And y'all make fun of me why I don't want to fly helicopters.
Wasn't it an apartment building that it crashed into the top
Yeah,
of?
it was. Everybody's alive. That's I heard. I've never seen a helicopter go down like that everybody lived through it. But the reason, for our guest's sake, the reason that I used to fly helicopters a lot, not flying them, but riding in them. But the last time I did, before this event, medevac event, was in 2008, and the chopper that I flew on Saturday and that spring to shoot some aerial photos. I do photography too. It crashed on Monday and burned.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I wasn't on it, of course, but
Thank goodness.
the pilot who I knew, he was a firefighter out of Wilmington, but he perished.
Oh, wow.
So I said at that time, I thought, is this my last one? Well, it wasn't. I've been on one more since then. I hope it was my last one.
Yes.
For gracious sakes. Our guest in the studio, I got to get the rank straight. Brigadier General?
Retired.
Right, yes. I can tell by the beard.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Brigadier General Kevin Stewart. He's the CEO of, is that correct?
CEO.
Ha, I got it right. Of the Museum of the Marine.
Carolina Museum of the Marine.
And you guys are up and running because I saw a billboard saying 2024 is a year you're going to break ground.
Yeah, we just got the key approval from the Marine Corps to begin getting the final lease. So with that, there's nothing standing in our way. There's no question about if it's going to happen. It's happening. We will break ground in May 24 in that area, and then plan to finish construction kind of February 26 in that period. So we've got 100% construction documents, working exhibit design, planning.
You got stuff to put in there?
We do. The team, everyone knows Sergeant Major Joe Houle, who's been with this project since the beginning. He's been collecting.
No. He's been requisitioning.
He's been requisitioning, collecting, finding. So we have storage of artifacts and things that will go in, and we're making it happen, working with our exhibit designer right now. So it's exciting to see it come to fruition based off a lot of hard work and dedication by a lot of people in this community.
Blood, sweat, and tears, no doubt.
And a great senator that got us a big chunk of money, too.
My Lord. Unbelievable the role that he's played to support Senator Lazar, Representative Cleveland, to support this museum. Hands down, we wouldn't be here without them.
Well, good for them, and congratulations to you guys for staying on top of it to make it happen, because we've heard about it for, 20 years now?
Over 20 years. It's been a work in progress.
A long time.
That's always say it shows that it was a good idea.
Yes.
Because people kept on persevering to make it happen.
If the idea can withstand the test of time, then it's a good idea. Okay, let's take a quick Fox News break. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. You're live on Local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Bracing for impact, Hurricane Idalia is now a Category 3 storm, making landfall any moment now in the Big Bend area of Florida.
This is developing. It's becoming a hostile environment, and we could see catastrophic flooding up and down the Big Bend as the storm Cat 4, major hurricane, continues to come in.
Fox Weather's Robert Ray in Clearwater Beach, Florida. The storm downgraded now to a Category 3. A hurricane warning has been issued for parts of coastal Georgia and South Carolina. And the actual death toll on Maui remains unclear as crews wrap up their search for victims. The death toll stands at 115, but officials released a list of 388 people known to be missing. President Biden is set to address the recovery efforts there later this afternoon as House Republicans launch a probe into both the federal and state responses. America is listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
And welcome back. A couple minutes after 8 o'clock. And again, our guest in the studio, and just in case you're just joining us, Brigadier General Kevin Stewart. He's the CEO. That's the Chief Executive Officer. The guy in charge, Chief Cook and Bottle Washer.
There you go.
Is that what they call it? Of the Museum of the Marines. And how long after groundbreaking next May we'll be able to walk through and see what you got?
So, as we said, we'll break ground in May. We think we'll be completed construction in February of 26. So we'll have displays and opportunities. Yeah, it's about
Almost 2
18
years.
months construction process.
Were they able to include the visitor center in this?
So the visitor center is a separate effort that they're still working, that'll be part of Lejeune Memorial Gardens, but the museum will be separate and distinct from the
I know there was talk at one time that trying to get a little additional added to that 26 million to be able to put bathrooms up.
Yeah, there was a separate, Senator Lazar actually got separate money to do bathrooms directly, because there's definitely a need for bathrooms over there when they do those events. So the city, the base are working through that process now to I think it's expanded from just bathrooms to now this kind of visitor center with the bathrooms, but it'll be kind of separate from the actual museum.
Okay. What kind of unique, interesting stuff are you going to have inside? I mean, I've been to many Marine Corps birthday celebrations. I love them every time I go. I love the period uniforms from back in the day, from Revolutionary War days until current, whenever that is. Are you going to have things like that on display?
We are. We're going to have obviously lots of older uniforms. You know, one of the big things, we have an LVT amphibious tractor that was used for training here at Lejeune.
Which one, the 5 or the 7?
It's I think it's, I don't know the exact number. I think it might be a 4.
I've seen that one.
Maybe a 4?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But it's a so we have that, lots of samurai swords, old weapons, machine guns. I will tell you, the biggest thing that really is going to make us stand apart is this concept that we put in place. It's about meeting the Marine and being inspired and using the Marine example and those core values, leadership traits, those characteristics that make Marines unique and different, and pulling them out and of those, seeing the values to kind of inspire people to serve and love their country and make our country and continue to keep our country the greatest nation in the world, and make sure people remember that people are willing to sacrifice and die for the freedoms that we all enjoy. And that's really what the big mission for the museum is: to honor the legacy of every Marine and sailor that served in this area, to highlight the role this community has played in our nation, which is unbelievable. I don't think it gets the credit that it really deserves. This area was chosen, prior to World War II to allow our military to train, and then that training enabled the success that we had in the Pacific to win the war, and that originated in this area. So it's something that needs to be celebrated, told, and ensure that future generations never forget.
Any chance did you get out to the base? I guess it was last year, or maybe it was early this year, to see an advanced action video production on the last muster of the 4th Marines?
I did not. Sergeant Major Houle had went to that, and we have. That's one of the greatest things we have with the 4th Marine Division. Yep. Actually, most of their items that they had collected and had preserved, they've given to the museum, and
cool.
we have that whole collection. And we have their colors. Their colors will be on display.
Good.
So it's a big deal.
Yeah, John Legato, Marine, Tet offensive survivor, retired FBI agent, Jacksonville resident now, a good friend of mine. He put that together, and I voiced it. I did.
Oh, wow.
I did the voice track on it, so that's out there. I was honored to be asked to do that. So anyway, it's out there. Hoping it will get some good play somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's going to be big part of the museum, and that's another thing. I don't think this town gets enough credit for how veteran friendly it is, how military friendly. I think when you go to Lejeune Memorial Guards and you see that area and everything that this town does to recognize those that have served our country is unbelievable. I think it's a special place, unique place, and it's going to be great to have the museum there. It's kind of, as I say, it's going to be the crown jewel of Lejeune Memorial Gardens with all the other monuments and memorials that are there.
We used to have at City Hall, when it was City Hall, where now the public safety office is, the police department, fire department. They used to have, back in the day, an old fighter.
Oh, really?
A Marine Air Wing fighter there. I don't know what happened to it when they changed everything around, but I'm still hoping that the entrance to the city, where they keep talking about building a visitor center there at Old Bridge and Marine Boulevard, I'm really hoping something unique to the community will be there, to the Marine Corps community will be there. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. We have some other large artifacts that aren't probably not going to be able to go into the museum as we do the whole plan.
Right.
So there's definitely opportunities out there to do something special, and unique, and the city usually steps up, and they've demonstrated their commitment to veterans. So
anyway, well, that's great. What you got anything in there that's going to go in there that's going to be really eye-catching to people? Like, wow.
I think one of the biggest thing, like I said, is one, it's going to be really going to highlight the role of the community and why this place, why Camp Lejeune, why Jacksonville. And then again, I think it's this whole concept of meeting the Marine, where you're really going to see Marine stories, examples that call out those core values and characters that make Marine difference, and then using those to help inspire other people to serve the country. It doesn't necessarily mean join the Marine Corps and serve in the military, but just to be a good person, make our country continue to be the greatest in the world. And that's really, today's kind of crazy world.
All over the
we
place.
just need to positive, patriotic message, love your country, serve your country, be a good person.
Well, here's something that needs to go in there. Major Capers recruitment poster.
Oh my God. We
That
had him
needs to
here
go in
earlier
there.
this week. Have
His,
you seen the picture?
I have not.
He was
Oh,
the
my
first
God.
African American that was used on the Marine Corps recruiting posters that went out.
Okay. Oh,
He's now 86 years old.
Yes. What a hero.
There in Vietnam, he was, I think I lost count, but help me out here. From shrapnel and from
18 times he
19
said
times,
once.
I think.
Yes. he
18
was
or
hit
19 wounds.
And still kept
He's
fighting.
got Purple Hearts up
Yeah,
the yin
that's-
gang.
Yes.
I
This
mean,
guy's
you know,
amazing.
Oh, you've got to.
and when they flew him back, I guess he ended up in Alaska first stateside visit. But he's got stories.
Oh, yes, he does.
He's an amazing man, just totally amazing. Came back to Jacksonville to live.
Yeah, and there's so many individuals like him,
Mhm.
veterans that have served that are still part of this community. Like I said, I'm always blessed. I get to go to work every day and hang out with Sergeant Major Joe Hool and
I love me
listen
some
to his
Joe
stories.
How about Kopka?
Yeah,
Yes.
because they're on a regular basis, and I think it's I look at that group and what they do in the community and their involvement in the community, and it's an example for everyone to emulate. I mean, they are the epitome of people who give back, volunteer, and serve. So it's
And I'll
it's a
tell
great
you,
example.
growing up here, going to school here in Jacksonville High, go Cards. I can't even, I don't even know how many. I can go back through the yearbook, maybe. I've got that. Very, very, most of the people that I went to school with were military dependents. Most are close to most. Anyway, that's what I grew up in. I grew up with people so diverse from all over the country and sometimes all over the world. I just found it amazing.
Yeah, and I'm blessed. My dad was a United States Marine, so I grew up as a
were you-
dependent. I went to, I lived on base, went to Brewster Middle School
Oh,
as a
did you?
kid. So lived in this area as a kid. So same kind of thing where moving around is always a pain in the, it sucks, but you do meet so many different people and have tremendous experiences. I always say too, talk about all this diversity, equity, and inclusion stuff, but there's no one more diverse than the United States Marine Corps. People come from all over the country, other parts of the world who just want to serve their country, make a difference and positive impact. And you see diversity in that organization in terms of how people get along and do challenging things together. They come together. That's a great example for everybody to emulate.
I've been going to a country, a little island called Bonaire, as a diver. I'm in my 59th year of diving, and one year I was there, and a couple came down that went to the airport to pick them up. Well, the lady left her purse, and it was after TSA. No, it was before TSA. Left her purse there by mistake. Well, the guys went through, the customs guys went through, found her purse. I went through it, ran her name, found out where she was staying, and I see that nighttime, after they got off duty, their little truck coming up to the condo that I have. I'm like, who's this? Which always gets you excited when you're in another place. This is a quiet neighborhood, quiet country. They came in, sat down. We chatted with them for quite a while. They had trained, both of them, with the Banarian Navy, or I forgot. I think it was the Navy at Camp Lejeune.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're telling me all about it.
Yeah.
It is a small world. I'm 2,000 miles from home.
I know.
We're talking to guys like that. And yeah, we do have a lot of military from other countries that train aboard Camp Lejeune.
Oh, yeah.
I went down with the Royal Marines down to Viegas Island.
Yep.
Sailed with their boat down there.
Oh, wow.
When they were training offshore here.
Dang.
Then I got a ride and went down there for a while.
That's awesome.
So, that was some fun times too. If anybody has a question about the Museum of the Marine, or you have something to offer, and if you got some stuff that you would like to give, I'm sure that they will find a home for it at some point in time.
Oh, yes.
Are you going to have rotating displays? I mean, are they going to be stagnant always there? Or are you
No. I think
in
we'll
and out?
start obviously with our existing ones, and then always looking to keep the experience fresh. As we've designed the museum, there's opportunities for expansion of the space to continue to add more exhibits. So we've built that into the plan. So there's definitely opportunities to change things and rotate things going forward.
What's the oldest stuff that you're going to have on display that you have right now?
So, we're really starting the story right around the 40s and prior to World War II, because that's really the beginning of this community and its role in our nation's defense. So everything is kind of based from there, but then we take that all the way through to present day, and it's very cohesive story from the beginning of why this area, the role of the community, all the way up to Iraq and Afghanistan, everything that's taken place today.
Okay, and you going to have any speakers there, like periodic?
So that's the one great thing about the museum is we've designed it to also be an event center.
Excellent.
And so what we've used as a planning factor is essentially 350 sit-down dinner. It'll have a full catering kitchen, an opportunity to do events. So that is our plan, is once we open, that we would have speaker series, other types of events hosted by the museum, but then also an opportunity for organizations to come in to rent it and have their own events. And even once we get open, I mean, we have the vision of being able to do summer camps and other things. We've talked about this thing called the Whole School, and using Marine example to embrace the community and have the community continually be involved. So there will be a robust series of programs beyond just walking through the museum and looking at the exhibits to help kind of make this thing all together just a great part of the community.
Got to wait for you to save some money. I got a suggestion.
Yeah.
Get Joe Houle to go out there and encourage Marines to come in to build this place.
There you
I
go.
think it could be done in about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, from the time you guys break ground till the time it's completely done, what are you looking at?
So again, it's March 24. This is all subject
Fluid.
to change, but right now, March 24 break ground, and you'd be completed in February 26.
That's what somebody asked me again.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll take about a year,
Year and a
almost
half, 2 years,
year and a
kinda.
half, 2 years max,
Yeah.
depending on delays with weather and
right,
whatever.
right.
Okay. All right. It just happens.
I
This
have a
is
question.
Eastern North Carolina.
Yes, I have a question about your website, which is museumofthemarine.org, and I put it on our Facebook and YouTube. But you have one section here, it's honor roll. How does a person go about putting someone on the honor roll?
Yeah, that's a great, and I definitely encourage everyone to go check out the museum. There's a donate button up there. You can buy bricks,
I've bought
benches,
bricks, yes.
and things like that. So that's really how the honor
Benches
roll
too?
is just benches. as well. So it's just a way to recognize all those that have contributed and are such a big part of our success. Like we talked about, 20 years to keep this idea and mission alive. It's been based on the support of the community and donors and people that have continued to provide, resources to sustain operations. So that's really what that about is.
Lee bought a brick. Very interesting story about the brick. She found out one day when she was looking at it.
I got it before Dad passed, because we wanted to honor him while he was still living. And of course, he was tickled over that. And it was a while after he had passed. My sister and I had been over at the cemetery, walked across the street. I said, "I've got to show you Dad's brick." And I got looking at it, and I'm like, "How do you spell marine?" And it had 2 eyes in it.
Oh my God! Well, hopefully we've corrected it.
Oh no, she doesn't want to correct.
Joe Hull said, "No, I'll get it fixed." I said, "No, I want you to leave it because it's unique, just like my dad was." So
that's a great story.
I love it. Yeah.
Well, thank you for buying that brick, and thanks for your dad's.
Yes,
service.
I'm just
How about
checking out the benches.
The Navy is a big part of the Marine Corps, and big part of Camp Lejeune. Obviously, you've got any sections in there?
Yeah, we're definitely going to highlight the role of corpsmen,
for sure,
chaplains. I mean, they've both been instrumental in supporting the Marine Corps. So we will pay homage and respect to the sailors that have served as well.
And besides, you got to ride their boats.
Exactly.
Can't get anywhere without them.
I know people can also sign up for the newsletter. I've been on that newsletter for years now, but you can sign up for the newsletter, and they'll send a newsletter to your email, and you can keep up with what's going on.
Cool. Yeah, the monthly newsletter. We
Yes.
put all the updates, pictures. You can go on there now and start to see some of the what some of the exhibits will look like. So that's a great way to stay up to date on progress.
General, I thank you for coming in this morning. We do appreciate it. You're welcome back anytime, and just please keep us up to speed. Don't wait for us to call you.
Sounds great. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here and appreciate what you all do. And I love, like as I said before, the Freedom name of the radio station. It's it's perfect and
that's
contributing.
what we are all about.
We'll be staying in touch, because definitely want to, before you break ground, have you come back on prior to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
All right, General, thank you, sir.
Thank
Let's
you.
take a quick break. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME, and we'll be right back.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer, and you should be too. With the Cub Cadet zero-turn lawn tractors and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet, all engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard. With Cub Cadet, head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843. For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only carpet protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. We're live and local real talk. And thanks to General Stewart for coming in here.
I always enjoy talking
That was
to
an
him.
absolute pleasure. Yeah, great history, great memories. And he's right. The Jacksonville, the city of Onslow County, we've come around a long ways. And part of that, much of that is due to the Marine Corps and them reaching out over the years. And then we got some very progressive, and I don't mean that in a Democrat way, very progressive leaders in this community who have reached out they've made it sort of one community. And that's good. It's not the home of Camp Lejeune. It is all part.
That's right.
We're all
1990,
part of it. So
we incorporated a lot of Camp Lejeune.
Okay, 8 o'clock advisory is still about the same. Hurricane Idalia has made landfall in Florida, in northwestern part of Florida on the Gulf side, and big storm surge there. Don't know how big the wall of water was when it made landfall. So we will learn more about that as the day progresses. No doubt they'll have video and maybe a tape measure or whatever out there. The storm is moving inland. Came ashore with about 130, 140 mile per hour winds.
Yes.
That's what was anticipated, Category 4. And it will now go across Florida up towards the northeastern part and probably cross into Georgia. After it gets into Georgia, over towards South Carolina, around the Beaufort, Charleston area, probably south of Myrtle Beach. And then it will traverse the coast, running either parallel or right off the coast up through North Carolina as well. Now, as a tropical storm. Now, tropical storm winds of 30 to 40 to 50 miles per hour are anticipated around this neck of the woods sometime during the day tomorrow. By morning, the storm will be upon us. Likely the center will be off the coast just a bit. That's what we're all hoping for anyway. And that way, that will put us on the left quadrant of the storm, which is the least worst side of it. Then it will go offshore. And that's the good thing. It was going to do a loop-de-loop. We were afraid it's going to start and move in that direction, but then it's going to pick up speed, moving very fast, and take an easterly course and take that out to sea far, far away. We'll say good riddance. So all sorts of advices out there. We can talk about it some more as we go through the morning and definitely tomorrow. But tomorrow morning at this time, we should be pretty much smack dab in the middle of it. And you ladies may stay home if you desire. I'll be here.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Unless they close the roads, I'll be here.
Tie-Dye Marine, they're open. Their doors are open now. Come on down there. If you need some last minute stuff, anything that you need, and they've got, you can get it today. It's nothing that you should be planning on going out on the water today or tomorrow or Friday. Conditions will improve by Saturday, but you've got to be very careful at that time. Either way, Tideline wants to warn you about the debris that will be in the New River. Once these heavy rains start, the upriver, up the New River, up the White Oak River, this whole region, it will be coming downriver. And some of that stuff will be floating just below the surface that you won't see. So don't get out there and expect to be running wide open. Keep your eyes open. I would suggest you not go out at nighttime for a while, for a few days anyway, unless you've got good spotlights and some people to stand watch on the bow, because this stuff will be out there. If you plan on going out even over the weekend when conditions a bit, be vigilant. Have some extra folks on board to help you. Tideline Marine, it's got life jackets and all sorts of stuff in case you need them. And after the storm, you may have to resupply with some things. So keep that in mind as well. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Instead of going out, why don't you go downtown and pick up some stuff that you have wanted? Not stuff that you need, but stuff that you have wanted. You can't go out there anyway, so go pick up some stuff and plan for next week. Tropical storm warning is in effect for this area. Today, offshore winds out of the west at 5 to 10. Going to kick up a bit and switch around to the southwest this afternoon, 10 to 15. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Problem not from this particular hurricane that's down south, but from the one that's offshore, Hurricane Franklin, which is going away from us, but it has generated some big waves, and they're going to continue coming ashore. Dominant period today of those waves, 11 seconds. Sounds and rivers a light chop, the calm before the storm, we can say. Tomorrow, tropical storm conditions will be happening. Easterly winds, 35 to 45 knots. That's up to about 50 or 52 miles per hour. Becoming northerly in the afternoon, gusts to 55 knots. Wind gusts will be about 60 miles per hour tomorrow. Seas, 7 to 10, but that's not the worst of it. They will build to 9 to 12 in the afternoon. Near shore in the morning, 5 to 8 footers, building to 8 to 10 in the afternoon. Dominant period, 9 seconds. Sounds and rivers extremely rough. Tropical storm conditions possible on Friday. Winds 25 to 30, gusts to 40 knots. Seas 7 to 10 feet, 4 to 6 near shore. Sounds and rivers will remain very rough.
Today, showers and thunderstorms. Looks like, according to this, should start after 2 p.m. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, high of 85. Tonight, rain 100%, showers, thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, low of 73. Gusts around 20 miles an hour, roughly, but that's, could go higher, could go lower. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms. Some of the storms could produce very heavy rainfall, windy. Gusts as high as 38 miles an hour, could go higher, stay lower. A high tomorrow of only 75.
Love it.
And then tomorrow night, cloudy in the evening, and then should clear off overnight with a low of 64. And as it puts, breezy.
Yeah.
And Friday's supposed to be gusty, but sunny at 80. So not bad.
Yep. So even if your air conditioner is not working because you lose power, you can open your windows.
It's going to be a nice day. Yeah. Open the windows.
You'll be all right. And tomorrow night the same way. Let's see. We haven't talked a whole lot about Franklin, but Franklin is not going to impact us, of course, except with some high waves. We got some big water out there from Franklin hanging around. But it should be okay. No problem at all. It's not going to be changing direction. It's not going to come back to haunt us. There are a couple of other systems out there, 3 of them, in fact. One is Tropical Depression number 11. It's got 35 mile per hour winds, likely will become a tropical storm. It's pretty much stationary. It's supposedly on an easterly course that'll take it out to sea further away at 1 mile per hour. That's not moving. And if it picks up a direction of travel, the good thing is with the prevailing conditions that are out there, it's not likely to either develop into something, but definitely likely to move out to sea. That's the good news. Tropical disturbance number 2 is hundreds and hundreds of miles. This probably is southeast of Bermuda by probably 500-600 miles. So that's a good thing. This is they're calling a subtropical Atlantic system. Remember Gert? It was, I think, a hurricane a week or so ago. This is what's left over of Gert. Its chance of developing pretty close to zero, only 10% over the next 7 days. Do not appear that this thing will develop at all. That's the good news. Now, there's another one that's just come off the coast of Africa near the Cape Verde Islands out there, those famous islands where all the systems seem to go. I'd hate to live there.
I want to go there just to see what it's like.
During hurricane season?
No, I just want to see what these islands look like.
They probably get cleaned off on a regular basis.
I was wondering, is it desolate? Is it?
I don't think so.
Is it super green because they get a lot of rain?
It should be tropical. Yeah. And they've got this broad area of low pressure. This is disturbance number 1 with this tropical wave. That's all it is right now. Producing an area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of this system, and a tropical depression is likely to form later this week while the system initially moves west-northwestward, then turns northwestward. Come across. That's the next one we got to look out for.
Yeah.
Yay. Just when you thought it was safe to come out and play.
And it gets a little closer towards middle of September.
Yeah, September the 12th is the peak time, somewhere around that area.
And Florence hit us on the 15th.
Yeah. So that's the way it goes. But we won't be out of the woods even then because Hurricane Hazel came ashore in October of 1954, October 15th, in fact.
Missy, you used to not even let us say the word.
I know that, but
to you
during the storm time, though.
I say it all the time. So there's that.
All right, let's see. What else we got going on? I'm trying to figure this thing out. I asked you earlier what it is. I don't have to ask you again. I'm going to read the story. I don't know who she is. Apparently she is a country singer, right?
Okay.
Oh,
Jana Kramer. Do you know who she is?
No.
Good. I don't either. She's not sold on the idea, they write, of taking a baby moon before the birth of her 3rd child, her first with her current fiance, Alan Russell. What in the Sam Hill is a baby moon?
I think it's like a honeymoon, a trip before you have a baby.
Oh,
That's
really?
what I'm thinking. Yeah.
All right. She announced the couple was expecting a baby a few weeks after revealing that Russell proposed to her following their 6.5-month courtship. We were thinking, she said, about doing a baby moon in October, but there's just so much going on that I'm like, I don't even know if I have time. That's what she put on her. She's got a podcast. You don't know what she calls it? Whine Down Podcast.
Wine down?
Wine, not wine. Whine Down.
Like WHINE?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So she's whining.
I Got the Boy singer also noted that she has negative taste regarding baby moons after her ex-husband cheated on her.
Yeah, I'm just reading.
Whatever.
He was
Anyway.
NFL pro.
Interesting outfit that she was wearing.
Oh, I see it.
Whatever event this was. It looks like the top of a bikini.
Talk about some moons.
Yeah.
Sure.
I thought that's what she was talking about when she was talking about baby moons,
what the
but
story was about.
I got confused.
When I saw the picture.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
All right, so that's the big news in Fox News right now. Not really, but that's the first thing that caught my attention. She is a country star.
Yeah, she's done TV and movies too.
Burger King.
Oh, joy.
Burger King Can you imagine? Cannot ignore customers' beef with the size of their whoppers, according to the court. Their whoppers have apparently become less whopper, and people have been taking them to court over it. Burger King unable to shake customers' beef, pardon the pun, with the burger chain after it lost a bid to dismiss a lawsuit that accused the chain of exaggerating the size of its whoppers.
So we go from baby moons to whoppers now.
They've been exaggerating the size of their whoppers.
Oh my gosh.
A judge in Miami said yesterday that Burger King must defend against the claims that its depiction of whoppers menu boards mislead reasonable consumers, amounting to a breach of contract. So the pictures that they put up there are bigger looking than the burgers are. So that's a breach of contract with a customer. Really? Really?
Wow.
I know a lot of, no, I'm not going to go there. Let's take a break here, live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Great Gas and Oil Company, and of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice-cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time to visit Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington Grill for Williams Hardware, B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158, and be prepared this hurricane season. Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8099. Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
And we're back live at Local Real Talk, and we have somebody on the phone now. Who's this?
Oh. Hey, good morning, Adorable. This is Mike over in
it's
Mike.
Mike.
Didn't recognize your number.
I should have recognized that number.
Same number. New phone.
Yeah.
Got a brand new phone, but the same number.
Well, it still sounds good.
Yep.
How are you?
How am I doing? I'm fine.
Good.
I'm 11 miles into a 600-mile road trip today heading to Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
Not because I'm evacuating. It's my mother's 88th birthday. So
Oh, wow. Well,
Should be a good time.
tell her happy birthday,
But I
please.
want- Thank you. Well, thank you. I wanted to pass along a story that I'm working on that I learned about yesterday.
Mhm.
I was talking with the chief of Swansboro, Dwayne Taylor, yesterday at a coffee with Top event, and he told me of a rash of ATM break-ins, one in Swansboro at the Marine Federal Credit Union Bank, or Credit Union. I
How do
should
you
say,
break into an
back on
ATM?
back on August 16th. It's interesting. They believe it's a gang that originated in Houston, and it's called a hook and chain gang.
Oh.
And they're very, very adept at quickly breaking ATMs off their foundation.
Oh.
They don't drag them away. They break them open and get away. This incident occurred on August 16th. And the perpetrators, they hot-wired an F-350 at Cliffs Car Care, which is on Corbett Avenue, drove it about a quarter mile to the credit union, and as they broke into the ATM, the alarm went off. Within 2 minutes, Swansboro Police Patrol was there. The perpetrators were gone. The F-350 was still running, and the chains were still around the ATM. They got the money.
Really?
He told me that there were other safe tracking ATM break-ins in the jacket.
Well, any
These have stolen $250,000.
wow. Any those ATMs have cameras on them. Did they capture anything, or do you?
Yeah, he said they got some images, but nothing discernible. These guys, he said, they're pros. I mean, they stake out the credit unions or the banks, the patterns of the police. Of course, you know this, Rayford. Banks that are federally insured and credit unions are, as well as FBI's involved. So the Wilmington Field Office is working with the law enforcement in the area.
Good.
I believe they have a dual-hatted agent at JPD. I put a call in to Shelley Lynch. She's the PIO for North Carolina FBI office in Charlotte, but the field office in Wilmington is handling it. So I'm hoping to get some information from her, and then I'll post the story.
Okay, sounds good.
$250,000 so far. That's a lot of ATMs.
That's a lot of
But
ATMs.
he said that, they feel like these perpetrators, they stake it out and they know when the machines are filled. I believe that weekend happened to be a military payday as well. Done at night, of course, and quickly done. Within minutes, they were gone. So they have a getaway car. They steal the vehicles in which they're driving. And he said, just Google hook and chain gangs. And you'll see
I'm
it.
going to.
Roxborough, North Carolina had a rash in July. Up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, they actually caught an individual who happened to be from, guess where? Houston, Texas. So why it started there and it's spreading out here, who knows? But quite amazing.
Yeah. Wow. I'm trying to put a Google up here right now.
Yeah, you'll find it.
The hook and chain gang. Oh yeah, they got full hoods on.
Yeah, and the MO is the same. They steal heavy-duty pickup trucks.
Well, they need them.
Like I said, this particular ride was an F-350 that was sitting on the lot of the repair shop, Cliffs Car Care in Swansboro.
Wow.
I said, what happened to the car? I wanted to get a picture and see if they impounded it. If they were going to do, a CSI evidence and whatnot.
Oh, I'm sure they
He said
did.
They did do that, but then they gave it back to its owner because it was, stolen.
Right. Wow. Amazing. Michael, thank you.
All right, folks. Stay safe during the storm.
You be safe
Be
traveling.
careful up that
Well, I'll
way.
be in Pennsylvania. It's going to be beautiful up there. So.
Well, I know. but-
Careful driving because
But look at the people around you.
Pennsylvania drivers are nuts.
They're crazy people everywhere. Michael, be careful.
I know. I will. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys next
All
week.
right. Yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
Bye.
88th birthday for his mom. That's cool.
God bless.
Yes,
her.
absolutely.
Hope she has a wonderful birthday.
The hook and chain gang. Apparently, they've got some video different places, and yes, it looks like every one of them that I see that they got a vehicle. It is a heavy duty vehicle, a 350 in the particular case in Swansboro. Did he say there were more in this area?
I'm not sure, but I remember Kelly doing a story last week. What, they use a crane or something? What was it, Kelly?
They stole a crane and loaded it on their truck.
That's right.
And then dropped it off the trucks and let the idiots.
Well, crooks ain't always smart. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning, Mr. Bill. How are you today?
We're hanging in there, Bill.
Okay, how are you?
Get your life jacket out.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I got a couple actually, and I got a boat just on a trailer next to the home just in case. But I was calling. I was listening to General talk about the Museum of the Carolinas, and it made me wonder. I guess if he had gotten any homes or anything donated, which would be good as a money thing to sell, to build up money for it, but also if they had some in good shape that, people could stay at while they're visiting, either, sons or daughters at Camp Lejeune, and then making the tour of the areas, etc., while they stayed. And then another thing was, I remember there used to be 2 LVT 1s or 2s right at they were monuments at the bridge. One was just 2 lanes going over.
Yep, I remember that.
Fisherman's Wharf.
I don't get a chance to drive over the base anymore, so.
Hey, I was wondering if those were kept anywhere locally where that would be added to the museum, because those are, the original kind of LVTs used in World War II when Camp Lejeune was made,
I don't know where they are.
I had some other thought, too, was, I don't know if this is possible, it's sort of abstract, but as people died, and instead of being buried at a cemetery, their ashes blended in with like blocks, etc., cement, and then their name inscribed like a headstone, and then made right into the museum. And it would be sort of for one longevity of the museum, because it would have to be taken care of similar to a cemetery that it's going to not be fooled with. And then, knocked down later, etc. But that, and they say they had money or VGLI they wanted to donate to the museum, that, they actually became part of the museum.
I don't know.
As well as, it's sort of abstract, but I don't know if it would be possible, or if it would be, they're not looking at this museum as being something that wasn't permanent, So anyway, just a couple thoughts, and maybe we'll get some other.
I'm sure either he's listening, or when he gets back in here, or when we call him and chat with him. Bill, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Have a good one.
Have a good day.
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
When vacationing on our beautiful Crystal Coast, you come for the slower pace, the gentle waves, the salty air, and the quality time with family and friends. So while you enjoy our little piece of paradise, let the Burrow Low Country Kitchen help with meals. We'd love to cater your next family event with one of our Carolina-style seafood boils, enough to feed your entire crew. Or enjoy your meal outside at our pavilion on the waterfront. Come by land or by boat to the Burrow Low Country Kitchen in downtown Swansboro.
Hi guys, it's Lisa, the Queen of Diamonds from Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. Are you looking for a ring for the perfect girl? We have hundreds of rings in our beautiful showroom. Want a ring as unique as your girl? Then we'll custom design a ring especially for you. Not sure if you want lab-grown diamonds or an earth mine diamond? No problem. We'll take the time to explain the difference. We guarantee to find a diamond as exceptional as your girl. We hand select every diamond that comes into our store, and it has to be a sparkling fireball to make it in our show. Long-standing relationships in the industry guarantees you to get the most competitive price on the highest quality diamond. We offer custom financing so that it's easy to buy the ring of her dreams. We have rings for every budget and a vast selection of loose diamonds. So I invite you to come visit us today at Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. The Lust family has been a part of thousands of I Do's for over 72 years. Nobody does I Do like we do. Come see why we're Jacksonville's oldest family jeweler.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, next to Sam's Club Jacksonville.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, we're back here for the show today, and 24 hours from now, it's going to be a whole lot different looking than it is out there right now. I suggest that you guys get out because we are going to have some wind. We're going to have some rain. Hopefully that's going to be all of it. But if you've got stuff in your yard, take advantage of this lull before the storm to tie it down or move it inside. Okay. Your garbage cans, you can put in your garage if you got one. You can put them in your kitchen if you got one, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care. Just don't have them strowing all their mess all over the neighborhood and going airborne and hitting other people's cars or your own car or whatever.
I'd be so mad.
You know, those things have a habit of being able to end up inside on the roadway and causing wrecks, so be careful. Hurricane Idalia has made landfall. It came ashore as a extremely powerful Cat 3 storm. It had been a Cat 4 before it made landfall, but about the time it hit the land, it diminished in size. The forward wall of it obviously was hurt by the conditions on land, so that's the reason it dropped down in strength a little bit. It will continue to drop down, and tomorrow, overnight tonight, and into tomorrow morning is when we're going to start getting all of our rain. The storm should be over South Carolina, the southern part of South Carolina, wee morning hours, like at 1 or 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then it's going to move up the coast. How far up the coast before it goes offshore, we don't know. The hurricane forecasters think it will be well on its way offshore by the time it's parallel with Cape Lookout. So that's a good thing. We should remain on the left side, the left quadrant of the storm. We should. Hopefully we do. Otherwise, we will get more mess. But we could have wind gusts here as much as 60 miles per hour in the wee morning hours. So be prepared for that. Tomorrow morning is not the time to go out to start to tie your stuff down.
No, do it today.
Tie it down today.
I might have to do it this evening, but I'll be out in the rain doing it. I got a raincoat and boots. I'm good.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be out in the rain because I'm going to go do it now.
Yeah, I got to go
very
to
shortly.
work. Yeah.
And
better do
we
it
will
as
let
soon
you
as I
know
get
about work and any of the situations tomorrow. If you guys, businesses or schools, if you're a major business or, you know, the school system, hopefully they will, so that we can announce whatever is going to be happening.
We'll put it on the page,
And we'll
yeah.
put it on our page today, tonight, and tomorrow morning we'll have it on the air, whatever's going on as well.
Yeah.
I do suspect that there will be some action taken.
I would think,
you
just
know,
based on how much flooding,
Yeah.
places that do flood on
You-
a good day.
You don't want school buses. You don't want anybody out there, but you certainly don't want school buses with kids standing alongside the road, pouring rain, and the
Tree
wind's
limbs
blowing
flying.
and tree limbs and this and that.
Hit
So,
one in
you
the
know,
head.
you got to think
Well-
and err on the side of caution.
I know
whatever
New
you do.
Hanover's already chosen to close Thursday,
Mhm.
Friday. So
Well,
Yeah.
in Raleigh last week, they had a woman killed driving a car in that thunderstorm. The branch hit her car and killed. I mean,
Yep.
it's a thing. So for safety
it is
reasons,
a thing.
and this is going to be a lot more wind than it was in that thunderstorm last week. So
Yeah,
just
up
saying,
to 60 miles per
Yeah.
hour, 60,
Yeah.
at least
We're about
60
to get
mile per
some
hour
wind.
gusts. We'll have a consistent
Yeah.
35 to 45 tomorrow.
and that's gusty.
Well, it's solid winds of 35
That's
to 45.
sustained winds,
That's sustained.
yes.
Yeah,
The gust up to 60.
yes,
Yeah.
gusts
That's
up to 60.
windy.
that can blow some stuff over.
We probably
we've
need to
had-
find out if the city is going to do like tomorrow's my garbage pickup day. I'm
No,
pretty
it-
sure
it
that
was.
may be tomorrow.
Well, I think that you
Just
need
put
to
it next door in
consider.
their trash cans.
No.
Oh.
Bring it over here to Rayford's.
No.
Yeah. Look, Rayford's about to find out if his generator is going to work.
Oh, it starts up every 2 weeks automatically.
Does it really?
Yeah, for 5 minutes. It starts up by itself.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. You gotta
Okay.
test that stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, on Friday afternoons at
Yeah.
3 something or other.
No, may not have power, but Rayford
I'm gonna
will.
have power.
Yeah.
I got the power,
Yeah.
baby. I got the power.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's about it.
Everybody make your preparations
Get your
today.
stuff done today and join us tomorrow morning. If you want to call us, you'll feel free to do so. Hopefully the lines will be open.
Yeah,
Hopefully Spectrum will still be up and operating.
I doubt it.
Anticipate that they will. If they're not, I have a hotspot that will stay on the air. As long as the station's on the air, we will be on the air. So that won't be too much of an issue. And then after that, we'll just be waiting it out along with the rest of you.
Yes.
Okay. Have a good rest of your day. Fox
Stay
News
safe.
is now, and stay very safe. Just be prepared. Do the Boy Scout thing. Be prepared. Fox News is now coming up at 10 o'clock. Another dose of our daily D's with Rick D's in here, spinning all those cool sounds of yesteryear. I heard a country song yesterday. Oh, God, I'll have to remember what it was. They played it about 12:30 or so. It was a cool song. One of them from a real classic. It'll come back to me sooner or later. And then at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Rick will hand it off to Hollywood. Chris Hollywood Man will be in the house. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.